Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Libra in April 2021. What's going on, Libra? How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing well. All right, friends, welcome to April. Wherever you are in the world right now, Libra, I hope you are safe, happy, healthy, and secure. Continue to take very good care of yourselves and those that you know and love. Also spread some of that goodness and that kindness out to people that you don't know so well. Helps raise the vibration of the collective. And of course, put some good karma points on the scoreboard for yourself in the process. Not that you should have the intention to manipulate your karma. It should, always come from an honest and earnest place, yes? Anyway, guys, no other announcements here in April, so let's just get into it. Anything you want from me, it's in the description box below. Timestamp is down there. How to go about ordering a personal reading with me is down there. Any questions before you place an order, email me at the same address that you see down there, and I'll answer you as soon as I can. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, where I do oracle interpretations, you can find the link for that down below in the description box as well, okay? All right, Libra, let's get into it. That's the start of your reading. We're going to expand on it with this deck in a little bit. We'll also talk about the bottom of the deck as the overall energy, and we're going to get you an oracle card at the end of the reading, okay? So, first card that came out to begin your story is the Eight of Wands, all right? And then the Seven of Cups, and then the Seven of Swords. A lot of repetitive energies this month in April for the reading so far. So, oh boy. Libra, I get the sense like somebody wants to talk. Might be you, might be somebody else. It's a general reading, so it can go vice versa. But I feel like somebody wants to talk, somebody wants to communicate, and somebody is just like not about it. There is a misconnection is the word they're giving me. I don't even know if that's a real word, but there's something about a misconnection or a missed connection, right? Okay, so maybe there's a missed connection for some of you in your love life, perhaps. It could be a misconnection with a friend, a business, potential business partner, a client, a customer, something like that. Could even be misconnection or a missed opportunity to relate. Oh, with a relative. Thank you. I'm like, relate. So there's something where I think somebody, Eight of Wands, definitely wants to reach out, get in touch with you, or you want to get in touch with someone. Again, it can be vice versa. But somebody here is just like, hey, what's going on? Haven't heard from you in a while. Or, oh, you missed this meeting or this deadline. Or, hey, I never heard back from you about that one thing we were talking about. Did you ever decide? Or did you ever blah, 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 blah. And somebody, I think, for possibly reasons outside of their control with the Seven of Cups, or there's just a lot going on the other side of this, whatever that means. If we're talking about a friend, if we're talking about a colleague, if we're talking about a potential dating partner, if we're talking about your best friend, whomever, there's something like a lot is going on in somebody's private life or something they're not telling you. There's a lot going on in a person's life, in a facet of their life that you are unaware of. So if you are business partners, someone's having issues in their personal life. If you're personally attached to someone, as a friend, a relative, a lover, whatever, they have something going on in their business life, in their professional life. They've got something going on with their health, something like that. And it's not known to you purposely. This is purposely hidden from you. Everything that's going on here. This particular deck in this particular illustration for the Seven of Cups, that's a lot going on. Memories. The traditional reading or the traditional understanding of the Seven of Cups is about options, is about having a plethora of options, almost too many. And it's overwhelming, right? And, with that person down on the ground on their knees like that in child's pose, basically. A very, a very dramatic looking child's pose. But I'm getting this sense of like being in anguish, being in agony. And maybe that's true. It's cups, so it could be someone's emotional state. They're in an emotionally volatile, vulnerable, overwhelming phase right now. And it's just too much to bear, is what this feels like. Seven of Swords, too much to bear, too much to face. When we talk about the Seven of Swords, yes, we can talk about lies, manipulation, deception, and maybe that plays into your story a little bit somewhere, Libra. But I'm also getting the sense of, again, too much to bear. Can't face it. Can't talk about it. Seven of Swords, communication, communication, how we think, how we communicate, how we rationalize. Yes. So somebody can't face the trouble that they're in, the things that are worrying them, the things that are overwhelming them, the things that are causing them anguish and agony, whatever they are. I don't know the detail. I'm not sure that it is meant for me or you to know it, but there's definitely a feeling of, this is too much. I can't deal. I can't deal with you. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with them over there. There's just like a, possibly in a few of your cases, like a straight up walk away, like a straight up disappearing act. So the long and the short of it is, someone may be ghosting you and or ghosting several people or several situations in their life, like off the grid, off the map type of stuff. But that's like in an extreme case that someone is walking completely away from their life as they know it. That might factor in for a couple of you. So I don't know what side you're on. I mean, again, it's a general reading. So if you're a cross watcher and you're looking for information on Libra, that could be what Libra is going through. But again, Libra, I'm going to think that you're most likely the Eight of Wands person, wanting to communicate, wanting to figure things out, wanting to be in connection. Some of you might even not necessarily, like, I really feel like it's just, I just want to be friends with this person. It's like, in a few of your cases, you're looking for specific information. Like, again, there was a deadline, there was an offer in terms of business, there was an offer in terms of like family business. Like, we need to make a decision as a family. We need to make sure that these things are set up over here, blah, 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 blah. And you need this person's contribution, right? In other cases, it's very casual. You just casually are like, hey, what's going on? How's life? Or, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. I was just checking in on you. And that is like adding to this person's quote unquote, I shouldn't say quote unquote, but it's adding to their perceived sense of burden, their perceived sense of being overwhelmed and out of their depth and not being able to face whatever is coming at them in their life right now. It's a lot of things. Again, with the Seven of Cups, like this person, their personal life might be on its head. Their health might be in question. Certain relationships in their life might be very toxic, or with the imagery on that card, I'm getting the sense that some of them might be going through some karmic resettlement, something like that. It's a whole thing, Libra, what this person is going through, and they're not telling you or just about anyone else what that is. And that's their right. We can't demand people let us into their lives. I feel this person would think it's too much. I can't handle it, and neither could you. It's like that. So in some senses, this person is very lonely, or they're spending a lot of time alone, or, in some type of isolation. Interesting. All right. So what else is going on here for Libra? Show me more information regarding this situation for Libra. What else is happening in this situation? Please show me. Strength. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Of course it is. A lot of repeating energies this month. Very interesting. So Strength, Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know how this could be communicated to this person, because the point of action, or one of the stronger points of action, is here with the Eight of Wands. I don't know how you would be able to convey to this person that you've got their back, Strength card, as, you might be this person's ride or die, friends since the second grade type of thing, or just a friendly neighbor or a coworker who cares, something like that. There is like this looking out for energy coming through with the Strength and the Eight of Wands from someone in the situation. Again, I think it's you, Libra, but again, it could be flipped. And there's just like this, don't worry, I got your back, or hey, if you ever need someone to help you, I can help you. If you need someone to talk to, I can be that shoulder to lean on. I can be that, that person who lends their ear to you, something like that. I think you, or whoever's over here with the Eight of Wands, is strong enough not to play directly off of the word strength, but literally is strong enough to handle hearing or knowing about what's going on over here. But that isn't necessarily coming across, because again, that might be what needs to be, or what you would desire to communicate. Maybe you've tried to, message this person, call them up, left voicemails, hey, how's it going? 1 week, that's the message. Then 2 weeks go by, you're like, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while, just checking in again. Please call me back and let me know that you're okay. And then you don't hear anything for another 2-3 weeks, something like that. And then it gets to the point of, I think, like, the message of support is growing, and it's very loud, it's very boisterous, like the strength energy would be. By the way, this is major arcana for Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo, you don't have to be blah blah blah. So it's a very loud signal of, I got you. But if the person isn't receiving, number one, just because you leave a voicemail doesn't mean a person listens to it. And same way with a text, a lot of a text or a message, it could be, quickly deleted without being read. You know what I mean? So the ways in which this communication is coming through, it might not actually be received. That's number one. And number two, even if it is received, it, again, is not being reciprocated. It's not being returned. So the message is clear on one side. I got you. You and me are friends. I care about you. I want to work with you. I want to make sure you're safe. I want to make sure that you're doing okay. If you ever need someone to talk to, all those kinds of things. Yes? That is clear to the person who's sending the message. To the person who's receiving, it's not very open. 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords. Not very open. Yes? 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups. Dismayed. Walking away. Overwhelmed. Yes? 4 of Pentacles, possibly being restricted by another person. Because this 4 of Pentacles is different than other 4 of Pentacles in different decks, especially the traditional Rider-Waite deck, where there's one person. In this 4 of Pentacles, in this deck, the Cosmic Tarot deck, there are 2 people. Yes? And it kind of looks like the woman is, hanging her head in shame. She's embarrassed. She's insecure about something. She's unsure about something. And she might be coming to this man in the white jacket, looking for help, or she's beholden to him. She owes him something. She's in debt to him. Pentacles can talk about money or some other type of resource, some other type of valuable resource. Yes. So there's sort of like, again, you don't know everything that's going on, Libra. And I'm just, looking at the illustration. That's just based on the illustration. There could be so many other things going on here, but there does seem to be, again, because there's 2 people on this card in this deck, there could be some type of entanglement, some type of in debt. Someone is indebted to another person that you're not aware of. And it's restrictive. 4 of Pentacles is always about restriction, or things being withheld, things being, tightly clamped upon for safekeeping. The idea behind the 4 of Pentacles is, I want to hold on to this, whatever it be, money, possessions, property, people, time, energy, effort, everything that we value. I want to hold on to it because I don't want to lose what I have already. I don't want to risk having less than what I have now, so I must hold on to it almost in a stingy or, again, a restrictive way. Now, 2 people here. If one person, quote unquote, holds on to another person, in whatever way that means, to whatever degree that means, you have someone who doesn't know how to act, or feels like they can't do things on their own. They can't express things to you. They can't move the way they want to move, right? Oh, right. This is a block. Look at this. 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, and here in the corner, 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords traditionally is about movement, and in this particular deck, it's kind of about balance, yes? So movement, balance, some semblance of freedom or free will, or the ability to progress, the ability to not transcend per se, but, move it forward a little bit. Because what precedes the Six of Swords is the Five of Swords, and that's trouble, that's chaos, that's conflict. We don't want any parts of that, so we begin to move away. And then it ends up with the Seven of Swords. Sometimes we move away in secret. So that could be happening for some of you. The progression for this person is, after a long time of no communication with you, they might be making moves secretly to get out of something that, again, you're unaware of. And if they were to make you aware, not that you would go blabbing their business per se, Libra, but it's just like, it's one of those things. If nobody knows, it's just better for this person. If nobody knows what I'm doing, if nobody knows what I'm thinking, if nobody knows what I'm planning, it's going to make it so much easier for me to execute my plan. Does that make sense? So I think that could be also what's going on here, because again, Seven of Swords can be about secret keeping. Seven of Cups, options, weighing out options, finding the right choice, and not sticking with it, but clearing away illusions is also a part of the the Seven of Cups. The Four of Pentacles, I feel a little bit of trouble there, because it's slapping me in my face because of the illustration. Someone else is involved in this person's life, influences their decision making, influences what they can and cannot do. And because it's Pentacles, it can be on a monetary level. It can be on a level where, their possessions are not their own. So, this person, they have a car, they have a house. You don't know who actually owns that. When you guys were hanging out as friends, when you guys were working together, when you guys were dating, whatever the situation is, yes, this person seemed to be fun and fancy free. They could do what they want. They could come and go as they please. Little did you know, the house doesn't belong to them. The car doesn't belong to them. The money that they were spending was not their money. Do you understand what I mean? So there's something here for a few of you where this person is, again, indebted to another person. The things that you thought belonged to them were their value, belong to that guy or that girl. The gender is irrelevant. But in this image, the guy in the white jacket, in the white, all in white there, Colonel Sanders' brother, right? He's the person kind of calling the shots. And the woman with the head bowed is like, she doesn't really have much of a leg to stand on in the situation, okay? Also, just because the symbol is there, and it just caught my eye before I put the card down, that symbol in the center of the pentacles there belongs to Capricorn, and the Four of Pentacles, from what I understand, would be a Capricorn card. So they want me to mention that. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. But again, don't hold on to that if it doesn't apply. That's totally okay. But that's a synchronicity for maybe one of you. The overall energy here in your situation, Libra. What's behind that? The Three of Cups. Very interesting. Anyway, the overall energy for this reading is the Two of Pentacles. So I think this is mostly to do with the person who's got the hang-ups, who's got the anxiety, the agony, the overwhelming situation. I think this is more for them. Yeah, they've got decisions to make. They have choices to make. Definitively. There's trepidation here. I mean, if you look at the way this guy is moving, he doesn't look like he's stepping forward confidently, right? It looks like he's very careful of where he's putting his feet, and he's very careful of where he's gonna walk off to next, yes? So there's careful planning. Again, I get this feeling of secrecy or things not being totally revealed as of yet, if ever. They threw that in there, if ever. You might never know what this person chooses to do. You might never hear from them again. Very, very interesting. You might not ever hear from this person again. But know, thank you, here we go. Know that whether or not you hear from them again, whether or not you ever understand what happened here, they were very careful in what they decided, is what they're trying to convey to me here. Very careful in the decision. So this, whatever they're just choosing to do From where you're standing, Libra, over here with the Eight of Wands and the Strength card, you might think, oh, they're choosing to do nothing, or they're choosing to let, maybe you know a little something about the situation. Maybe you're thinking, oh, they're letting this get the best of them, or that person get the best of them, and they should be doing X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. And you might have opinions, because Eight of Wands can be an opinionated card in combination with that Strength energy there too. So you might be of the opinion that this person isn't doing it the right way. You must understand, Libra, they're doing it the best way that they can for themselves, for their life, for their path that they have to walk. It's their path. It's not yours. And I understand, as a friend, as a colleague, as a loved one, as a boyfriend, girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, whatever your relationship is with this person, I understand your concern, but you must understand that they have to do it their way. Okay? And I think they will. It's Pentacles, so it would be slow to develop. It would be slow to take shape. It would be slow for them to finally, pardon the the phrasing here, pull the trigger on something. Hopefully they're not pulling real triggers on people. You know what I mean? But excuse me. I feel they're gonna do it the way that suits them, and not in an egotistical way of suiting. It's going to really. This Two of Pentacles is early on in the Pentacles line, right? The Pentacles suit. So they're like outlining themselves, or their next phase of their life, something like that. They're planning for the next phase or the next stage of their life, whether they're cognizant of that, conscious of that, or not. That's what that feels like. Okay. All right. Let's get you guys an oracle card, and then we're going to wrap this up. Which deck has the oracle message for Libra? Please show me. Yeah. All right, we're going to do Divine Circus. Oracle message for Libra, April 2021. Last one. Thank you. All right. Show me the message for Libra in April. All right. Let's see what you guys get. Ooh, number 3. Death shall not take him. Interesting. Interesting. Death shall not take him. We're going to read from the book, but initially, like, the image is giving me like Medusa vibes. I'm not 100% on Medusa's mythology, but I feel like, well, I know what she does. She's got the hair full of snakes, and she turns men to stone when they look at her. So that is giving me the vibe of maybe the entanglement that we were talking about with the Four of Pentacles is sort of like a Medusa situation, because I feel like, from what I remember, Medusa keeps the men that turn to statues as like prizes, as like trophies, and like there's just a trove of frozen men in her cavern or something like that. So in some senses, your person or whoever is in the entanglement might be dealing with a Medusa figure, someone that basically keeps them captive, or has frozen them in some type of way, frozen them out perhaps. Because remember, I said in some of your cases, you're dealing with a person who doesn't have finances of their own. They don't have a home of their own. They don't have possessions that actually belong to them. They belong to another person, So that's financial abuse is a real thing that I think we need to be more aware of. Financial abuse happens not just, amongst spouses. You can be financially abused by friends, by family members, everybody. Yes. And so financial abuse, meaning you can't make moves without me. You can't own things without me. You can't have money of your own to speak of. You don't have an income of your own to speak of. Like, that's legit a problem for some people. So let's read a little bit from the book. Sometimes just when you think it's all over, the 11th hour comes. You can practically hear the opening chords of your swan song, and when you have finally given up, suddenly, somehow, right before your eyes, everything changes, just like that. You were free falling, and then suddenly you are soaring. Fate steps in, destinies are altered, and life demonstrates its creative restorative power, even if it all seemed lost. The oracle death shall not take him is a sign. No matter how defeated you feel, no matter how many dead ends you've encountered, how many setbacks, how many failures, no matter how impossible success may seem, the universe is going to step in and write things in your favor. You will succeed. Even though apparently impossible odds, the heroic spirit within you is going to get its way. So if you really must doubt just for one moment longer, then replace doubt with trust and participate in the divine defiance of life, refusing to be crushed. The universe wants to dazzle you with an unexpected triumph. Why not just relax and bear witness to its impressive display of life-giving power with reverence and delight? Okay, so I still stand by this whole image thing of like Medusa. But see, again, this guy in the card, his face is only half stone, right? So someone might be waking up to the Medusa in their life, a mother figure, a father figure, a husband, a wife, a brother, a sister, a friend, whoever is around them in the Four of Pentacles energy that has kind of, kept them under lock and key, so to speak, yes? So there is sort of this perseverance that's coming through. That has been a theme through some of the readings this month, so I like that for the collective. So the long and the short of it, Libra, is, especially if you're the Eight of Wands and the Strength person, don't worry too much about this person. I get the sense, again, Two of Pentacles, that the choices that they're making, you don't recognize them, you don't think they're doing it the right way, but they're doing it the right way for themselves, and they're gonna be okay, is what this feels like. In the long run, they're going to be okay. The Six of Swords is being blocked off. Six of Swords, again, about progress, but I feel as though eventually a lot of this blockage will be removed for whatever reason or in whatever way, with whatever decisions and choices that this person makes or what happens in their life. It's unknown to you, and that's kind of on purpose, okay? This person has to do it on their own is what this feels like, okay? All right, Libra, that is your reading for April. For April. If you like this reading, hit the like button for me, please. Feel free to share a comment. Let me know how this resonates in your life. I love to read your guys' comments. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, please do so. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see when I do uploads on the channel. I'll be back soon to do your mid-April readings. Why can't I say April today? April readings for you guys in a few weeks. If you want to get at me for a personal reading before then, feel free to look down in the description box below, okay? I almost called you guys April. Libra, I thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye.